Hey, what's up everybody? Virtua Kazama here, and welcome to part 2 of the stage evolution of Virtua Fighter 5 video. Now, if you haven't seen part 1 yet, go back to that video and get yourself caught up before you come back to see this one. Now, this one right here, we're going to cover from Jeffry, Kage, Sarah, and Jacky. So we're going to be doing the second half of the BF1 cast. Alright, enough talk, let's just get right to it. Roll the tape. Or footage, because, you know, I sound old when I say that. Anyway, enjoy!
This is where you fall down!
Jeffry is a fisherman who is known for one thing and one thing only: capturing the Satan Shark. In tournaments, he always come in runner-up placements as a way to use his prize money for improvements on his boat. I just want to say for the record, I just want to say this. Out of all the characters that has a story like that, I gotta say Jeffrey's story is arguably my favorite. This man entered a tournament just so that he can get the funds for his hobby. And you know what? I gotta respect that. I mean, yeah, I do that. I mean, I'm pretty sure everyone else has done that as well. I just got a little sidetracked back there, but anyway. Jeffrey's stages has always taken place on an island since VF2, and it has been the main theme of his ever since. And in VF5, it is no different there. The island stage returns once again in Virtua Fighter 5, and just like the previous games before it, it is also an open stage. I'm gonna jump the gun here and just get this over with. I'm just gonna say this right now. No matter what version of this stage I see, this is arguably the most beautiful stage I've ever seen in Virtua Fighter. Overall, Jeffrey stages are always a great time. You start the match with a beautiful ocean view with blue skies, and you see seagulls flying around the background, and the entire island is surrounded by palm trees. Like, everything about it is just beautiful. On this side of the stage, you can just see a swordfish hanging upside down, which means Jeffrey caught it earlier as bait for the Satan Shark, which is probably helpful. From right here, we get to see Jeffrey's shack in the background with some pottery, and pretty much there's a sign on top of his shack as well. So, you know, this is basically where he stays, where he trains, the whole 9 yards. You can also see his collection of spears, which is intended for him to hunt down the Satan Shark. If you look at the beach area, you can see 2 boats lying right in the background near the ocean, you're ready to set sail. And for whatever he needs a little R&R, there's a hammock hanging right between the 2 palm trees. I must say though, the music for the stage is pretty chill, and there's a lot of bass slapping, so you know, if you love the bass slapping in your music, I mean, there you go, this is one for you. I feel like the island stage is a good example of if it ain't broke, don't fix it. And well, how did this stage evolve in VF5R? The island stage in VF5R has a couple changes from the previous version. This is now a breakable half fence stage, so pretty much anything that I mentioned on the breakable full fence also applies here as well. The fence itself is made of logs, and the ring itself has shrunk in size. Another thing worth mentioning is that when the match begins, the shack is in the background instead of the ocean view. Aside from the arena change, as well as the camera change, and the time of day, which takes place in the evening, there's really not much to go around with the stage because it looks exactly the same as it once was in VF5 Vanilla. The only difference is, well, the 3 I mentioned before. I will admit, however, that I do love the sunset in the background right here. And as for the music, it's calming. It's not my personal favorite, but at least it's still a jam, regardless. I do love the fact that it is a breakable half-end stage, and I think it's mostly suitable for Jeffrey's style. But how did this stage evolve in Final Showdown? The island stage in Final Showdown retains the look from R, while reverting back to the old style in Vanilla, but this time with a little bit of changes seen in the background. While the camera is focused on the ocean view like in Vanilla, the only major difference is the mountains in the background, which is now more closer than ever. As for everything else, I mean, aside from reverting back to the morning side of VF5 Vanilla and the stuff from VF5R, it's still the same as before, so not much to say about that. As for the music itself, well, it has that chill vibes, you know, the vibes that you want to, chill, relax, and also fight at the same time. Like, it's one of those, so yeah. While it is still a beautiful stage, how did it evolve in VF5 R.E.V.O? Like many other stages in this video, the island stage in VF5 R.E.V.O gets a brand new makeover. It retains the same look and feel as it once was in VF5 Final Showdown, but now it has something extra. For instance, did you guys notice that there's now a volcano in this stage? Yeah, all the way in the back, there's a volcano right there. Seriously, I would not want to be Jeffrey if that volcano erupts. Just saying. The swordfish is still there, but the shack got a brand new look, and there's a huge change because there's no longer a sign hanger on the roof. One thing that was added to the stage, and I had to destroy the walls for this one, right next to the spears, they added a bundle of logs, which shows that he is also a woodsman aside from being the man of the sea. As for everything else, well, there's a boardwalk now included on the beach, and the hammock is still there, so not much to say about that, and there are a bundle of seagulls flying around as well. Excuse me, a flock of seagulls flying around. I don't know why I said bundle, but it is a flock of seagulls flying in the air. I will say this. The theme for this stage is by far incredible. Style-wise, it is a throwback to his VF4 and Evolution sound. Like, that's what I'm getting a vibe from when I'm listening to it. And mind you, it is just incredible. Okay, this is going to be a tough one. Because I love every stage, how am I going to rank them? This was a tough one, but if I were to talk about my favorite stages from Jeffrey, it would be his R.E.V.O version at number 1, his Final Showdown version at number 2, his Vanilla version at number 3, and his R version at number 4. As for the music, I would say easily R.E.V.O number 1. I loved it so much. Vanilla at number 2, Final Showdown at number 3, and once again, VF5R at number 4.
I win! はがくれ流柔術影丸参る
Kage-Maru has gone through so much tragedy in his life, all because of Judgment 6. Let's be real here, they destroyed his village, they killed his dad, and they even kidnapped his mother and turned her into the Raw. As the most decorated champion in the series since he has won the 3rd and 4th tournament, Kage stages have always taken place at a temple of some sort, whether it's in a hidden forest or out in the open. And for VF5, it's no exception. The temple stage in VF5 is a half-fence stage located in the middle of a large Shinto temple. The fence itself is constructed by bamboo. Based on the season itself, the stage takes place during the spring, since you see cherry blossoms falling from the trees. The Irakura, which are sacred rock formations in Shinto belief, are in various places of the stage, one over here and one over there. Over to this side of the stage is the back path, which is basically the exit to the temple. I personally find it visually amazing due to the cherry blossoms that is falling into the background, and it just looks so beautiful. There are a lot of Shinto priests in the stage as well. Some of them are sweeping the petals, while others are walking and conversing with each other. I will say this, no matter what game, Kage has some of the best music in Virtua Fighter, and this theme right here, like the techno theme of it all, oh my god, this is arguably one of my favorite songs in vanilla, bar none. Temple is a beautiful stage in VF5, but how did it evolve in VF5R? The temple stage in VF5R went from a half fence to now a low fence. These stages are like open stages, but the difference is that the fence is now at ankle height, so that way you won't have to worry about accidentally walking or sliding out of the ring. As for everything else, not much has changed except for the environment itself. This time the stage takes place during the fall season, so instead of cherry blossoms, now you're seeing random leaves falling from the trees. I'm starting to notice a theme here with the stage. The music for the stage is a different change of pace. Instead of the techno music from the previous game, now it's a combination of rock and some Japanese flutes mixed in. So it brings in a good mixture between the two, and that will be the theme not only for this one, but also the next one as well. Sadly, this version is actually not my favorite, unfortunately. Which is unheartening because I do enjoy all Kage's music in every VF game except for this one for some reason. Still, the temple stage in VF5R is a beautiful stage, but I always wondered, how did this stage evolve in Final Showdown? The Final Showdown version of the temple stage retains the same feel as the previous versions, but not without some differences. The first notable change is that the camera is now focused on the pathway rather than the temple building itself. Second, the arena itself went from bamboo floors to now a stone floor with kanji written on the bottom. Last but not least, keeping up with the seasonal theme, the seasons have now changed to summertime, which means the leaves are falling, but now they're green, so that indicates that it's summertime. As for everything else, it remains unchanged from VF5R. The only difference is the time of day and the camera changes, and that's about it. However, I will say the music for this stage is a lot more energetic compared to the previous version. And I actually prefer this over VF5R's, to be honest, because of that reason. But the question remains, how did this stage evolve in VF5 R.E.V.O? Temple in R.E.V.O gets a brand new redesign, taking inspiration from his VF2 stage. The temple is now located in a hidden village deep inside a forest, with some large trees surrounding the area. This draws closer to his background as the leader of the Kage-Maru clan. This means that the priests that you see in the previous versions are no longer in this stage. This is completely brand new. From this side, you get to see colorful bushes with flowers, as well as some large boulders on the side as well. There's also a large prayer bell on this side as well. Although the color is a little muted, you can still see it. From this side, you get to see the temple and the lantern both completely redesigned. It looks nicer, has a more quiet setting compared to the others, and it looks pretty damn good in my opinion. And from this side right here, there are a bunch of wisteria flowers hanging in the background. In Japanese culture, they represent longevity, immortality, and good luck. Now, as for the music for this stage, I'm gonna jump the gun here and say this right off the bat. I love it. It is by far my personal track of the stage. And Kage's music, whether in different VF games, it always hits me in the right places. And this is one of them. I'm gonna jump the gun here. Out of the 4 versions, I would say the music and the stage are my personal favorite overall. Mainly because it is influenced by his VF2 stage and the music itself fits right in. And you know what? Let's just get right into it right now. Let's just jump right into this. Yeah, I'm gonna cut right to the chase with this one. So pretty much the best version of Kage's stage will have to be VF5 R.E.V.O in number 1, VF5 at number 2, Final Showdown at number 3, and VF5R at number 4. And you know what? Same order with the music. That's pretty much how I feel. Yeah, same thing. Not much to be said.
我が心食うなり食うなるがゆえに無
You'll enjoy this, trust me. Ready?
Sarah has gone through a lot in her story. She was kidnapped and brainwashed by Judgment 6 in the first 2 games, suffered from amnesia in the 3rd game, and then regained her memories in the 4th game, all while remembering what she did while she was brainwashed in the 5th game. As for her stages, the most common theme for her is fighting at a Coliseum, which has been a thing since VF2. Except in Virtua Fighter 3 because her stage was in this train station due to the fact that she was living in the city at the time. For VF5, her stage is a blend of old and new. Sarah's stage in VF5 is Aurora. Why is it called that, you ask? Because it takes place at a town where the Aurora Borealis shines at night. Aurora is an open stage that takes place in the main street location of the town. I don't know what country it's from. I want to say it's probably United States, probably somewhere in Alaska, but let's assume that's where it is. Or probably somewhere in Europe. There's a lot going on in the background. The nightlife is lively with the crowd walking, talking, and some of them are even watching the fight taking place as we speak. I mean, this town has it all. There are hotels, shopping centers, a bistro, even a town hall building in the background as well. Like, this is a very lively stage. That one store over there, I think it's called Chihiro, but I can't tell due to the cursive. If it is, then cool. If not, then whoops. You can also tell that it previously snowed since there are some covering the steps. Take a look at the Roman-style arches in the background. It is somewhat of a callback to a VF2 stage, and it's like right in front of the trees. The back view of the stage is breathtaking. Like, you get a good view of the mountains, the trees, the starry skies with the Aurora Borealis. It's just chef's kiss right there, folks. Chef's kiss. Hey, look! RMGQ. That's a neat location. As for the music for this stage, it creates that uncertainty towards Sarah, questioning what she wants in life. Does she want to defeat her brother Jacky because of what she feels like, or because of what J6 told her to do? Like, it creates that question within her as a fighter. Make no mistake about it, Aurora in VF5 is a beautiful stage. But how did it evolve in VF5R? Same stage, New name, new arena type. This is the park stage in VF5R. This is now a breakable half-fence stage, so as usual, everything that I said with the previous stages that are breakable apply to here as well. The fence itself is made of what seems to be stone, but the floor itself is made of marble, pretty much the same as it was in the previous version. Aside from the environmental change via time of day, as well as the arena change, there's not much to say about the overall setting of the stage because it is still the same as it once was in the original. While I'm not much of a fan of the modern aesthetic of Park, I do love the music for the stage actually because it is more energetic compared to the original and it actually has that action that matches Sarah's mystique as well. While the breakable half fence became the standard for her stage, how did the park evolve in VF5 Final Showdown? Same stage, same arena, returning name. This is the Aurora stage in VF5 Final Showdown. From an environmental viewpoint, Aurora takes place sometime during the evening where you can see the sunset on one side and the Aurora Borealis and the night sky on the other side. The arches and buildings are still around, but it looks almost different since some of the stores are now nameless. On top of that, where's Bar MJQ? On top of that, another thing that's worth mentioning is that the town kind of feels empty now. Yeah, that means there's no crowd of people in the background. They're probably inside the buildings or something. Overall, I say that the Aurora stage in Final Showdown fits her better compared to Park stage in VF5R, mainly because of the night aesthetic as well as the beauty of the Aurora Borealis and the music to boot as well. The music itself is actually fast-paced, just like VF5R, but it has that good, mysterious opening that will get you ready for battle, which basically tells a story on Sarah's background, wondering if she either wants to defeat her brother because of what Jeffry 6 tells her to do, or if she wants to defeat her brother on her own accord. Aurora is a great stage, but how did it evolve in VF5 R.E.V.O? Same stage, same arena, same name. This is the Aurora stage in VF5 R.E.V.O with a brand new look. This one goes back to the nighttime settings found in vanilla, but now with some added flair. The arches have a brand new design, and on top of that, there are now horse statues included throughout different parts of the stage. The back view of the stage is beautiful. Not only you get to see the Aurora Borealis, but you get to see the mountains as well as a lake that is running right in the background as well that reflects on the sky, and it looks incredible just by looking at it. The buildings kind of look the same, but now we have brand new stores that have opened. We have like boutiques, new bistros, new restaurants, wherever you can name it, they have it. I will admit though, the music for the stage is arguably my favorite overall. It combines that mystery of what Sarah wants to do. Does she want to defeat Jacky because of what Jeffry 6 told her when she was brainwashed? Or does she want to defeat Jacky on her own accord? So much mystery behind it all. Alright, let's wrap this section up. Okay, so if I were to talk about my favorite stages, it would be her VF5 stage at number 1, followed by her R.E.V.O stage at number 2, her VF5R stage at number 3, and her Final Showdown stage at number 4. As for the music, I'd say the R.E.V.O stage at number 1, R at number 2, Final Showdown at number 3, and last but not least, VF5 Vanilla at number 4.
Better run home to Mama now.
Yeah! Let's talk more action!
The oldest of the Bryant siblings, Jacky has spent his time trying to fight off Judgment 6, all while protecting Sarah from danger. I previously mentioned that Sarah was kidnapped and brainwashed a while ago, but around that time, and to this day as a matter of fact, Jacky kept catching strays with the organization since the first game. On top of that, they were the reasons for Jacky's car accident back in 1990. True story, look it up. Even when he tried to resume his racing career by starting his own team in the fourth game, Judgment 6 continued to mess with him by killing any potential sponsor he had lined up. A mysterious organization trying to ruin your racing career as a way to join a martial arts tournament? Congratulations, you just lost your sponsors! Man, they gotta leave my boy alone. Anyway, while his stage originally took place at the Hills in VF2, there was a Destiny stage that took place in Chicago if both players picked Jacky and Sarah in a match. That would later become the main theme of his stage in VF3 onwards, since they all took place in the city. And VF5 continues that tradition. Returning from previous games, the city stage in VF5 is a full fence stage that now takes place at the main street of an area underneath a bridge. Here, it has a more depressing feeling since it's raining and traffic is busy, but there is so much going on in the background. For the record, before I go on to the next part, I want to say that there are a lot of billboards in the background, so I do apologize if I don't recognize all of them to the best of my ability. I'm not going to try to identify all of them, and if I did, I'll be here forever. This billboard right here is showing an advertisement for what seems to be either a drink brand or a bar. I can't tell, but it has a phone number. Just take my word for it. From this side, you can see where the cars are coming from. And it's mostly randomized, so pretty much it'll be a taxi, it'll be a regular car. Remember that for later, because it's a thing. Since this is also a full fence stage, the entire stage is surrounded by actual steel gates. Remember that for later because it does change. It is worth mentioning that we are underneath train tracks, so keep that part in mind. From here, you get to see the Jacky graffiti on the wall, which pretty much represents what stage we're on. On top of that, we also see some people cheering as well. From here, you get to see some construction workers cheering the fighters on, and some of them are just regular citizens. And of course, like I said earlier, you can see that again we are underneath the train tracks, and you can also see more of the billboard as well. As for the music itself, it matches the stage quite well in terms of its tone and everything else in between. It matches that it's raining, you know, and everything else is happening with Jacky's life, with what's going on with Judgment 6. It's perfectly well. Overall, it is a solid stage, but how did it evolve in VF5R? The city stage in VF5R is the same compared to the previous version, but there are some differences. For starters, the stage is no longer raining, but it looks like it takes place sometime, I want to say, based on the sky, I want to say either early morning, yeah, I'd say early morning-ish type, and everything else is pretty much still the same one-to-one and everything, and wait a second, hold on. Hey look, RMJQ moved to a new location. Neat. I will say this, however, the music for this stage matches Jacky's personality a lot more compared to the previous version. It's fast-paced, in-your-face action that is pretty much suitable for his fighting style, his gameplay in general, as a matter of fact. And it shows right here. I just personally love it. Despite a few changes, the stage itself is still the same as it was in vanilla. But how did it evolve in Final Showdown? The city stage and final showdown retains most from VF5R, but adds brand new stuff along the way. First things first, the stage takes place during the evening, and on top of that, the entire environment kind of looks cleaner than usual. What did I mean by that? Well, for starters, the guardrails that you saw in VF5, Vanilla, and R are gone. In previous versions, the stages was basically 100% steel cage. Here, it's 75% steel cage and 25% wall with graffiti. Take a look at the ground. If you go around, it reads "Fight to the finish" on the floor, which I thought was a neat touch, actually. As for the music for this stage, just like VF5R, it is fast-paced, but at the same time, it is also pretty good. It really matches Jacky's vibe as a fighter. Gotta say though, this stage is better at night compared to previous versions. But how did it evolve in VF5 R.E.V.O? The city stage in VF5 R.E.V.O gets a brand new look. I mean, where do I begin with this? Just like Final Showdown, this stage takes place at night, but the nightlife of this stage is much lively compared to previous versions. From the bright lights to the billboards, everything is completely brand new. And I figured let's just go over some of the most well-known ones. From here, you get to see the billboard for the Shark Wars movie, as well as Cesario the musical, and also new buildings such as Speeder Light and many others up top as well. Perhaps the best thing about this stage is the Jet Set Radio inspired graffiti that you see on this wall. The word Showdown was written in the same font as Jet Set Radio, and I thought it was a nice touch. On top of that, you can also find it on the trash can as well. There's also graffiti based off of Jacky's two quotes, one being "go ahead" as in "go ahead, knock yourself out," and the other being his victory one saying "I've got no time for you." Fun fact, I thought it said "I got hotline for you," but it's actually "I've got no time for you." There's also a black cat on the side of the screen as well, and I want to say that's a reference to Sarah's BF2 theme, Black Cat Moon, but I guess it could be a stretch if I explain it. The crowd is still there from before, but the truck is now closer compared to the previous versions. Now, of course, in the previous versions, there were two trucks, but here, there's like only one now. So that's a different change, to say the least. As for the music, oh my goodness, it is so good. It actually fits Jacky's character so well as the stage. And I gotta say, it's by far my favorite out of the four. You know what? Let's just get right to it. Alright, so in terms of Jacky's best version of the city stage, I would say R.E.V.O at number 1, Final Showdown at number 2, R at number 3, and Vanilla at number 4. As for his music, I would say, again, R.E.V.O at number 1, R at number 2, Final Showdown number 3, and Vanilla at number 4 again.
Ha! I got no time for you!
Hey guys, this is Future Kazama again, and there was one thing I forgot to mention during my time talking about Jacky's city stage from R.E.V.O, and I forgot to talk about this earlier, so I'd rather take a time to do it right now before we move on to the next part. I forgot to mention that sometime around, I want to say 2022, 2023, during the Ultimate Showdown era, there was actually a time where Sega was going to have advertisements put on certain stages. And for the city stage, there was a wallpaper stage for Never Stop Exploring. And I forgot to share that, actually, because I forgot to mention that while I was talking about the walls. And honestly, it kind of slipped my mind. But yeah, there was a time where there was going to be advertisements, and I don't think anything came from it. to be exact. So it was there at one point for like a few days, and then it was patched out, and the saving happened again. So yeah, I think it was supposed to clue in something about, having advertisements for something, but I'm not sure if we're going to see the game with World Stage or probably the new game, but who knows. Anyway, I just want to point that out to everyone here, and that's about it. So with that in mind, let's jump right to the next part. All right, back to the video.
Thank you all for watching this video, and we have finally covered all of the first original 8 of VF. Join us next time where we take on the newcomers. So until then, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.